you see a person's true colors is when they're no longer needing you or beneficial and to you, beneficial for you in their lives. Like it's always, I feel like sometimes when it's one-sided, like they're always needy. And when you ask for something in return, if there's no response or they're not there for you, right. They go away. Like, it's like, oh, where you at now? It's my turn. Like, and I'm not saying it's tit for tat, because that's the whole thing in a relationship. It's not tit for tat. But it's just at that time when you may need somebody. And again, as a young generation, I can even contest this when we probably were, I believe we were in sixth grade. I can tell you a little story with Stacy. I think I stabbed her in the back at one point when I was trying to get with one of her boyfriends at the time, and she was like, "You wrong," and we had to like be humble. We had to apologize, and look at us now, like 30-some years later. Like we had to forgive one another, and that's the whole thing. It's all about forgiving and forgetting, and not dwelling on that no more, and kind of moving forward. And like Toya talked about, it's all about patience. It's all about time. It's about understanding one another to really be able to overcome the differences.
I love it. Tanesha, yes, you bring up a memory, because even though you're saying about back in elementary about some boyfriend or whatever, even recently, Tanesha was grown enough, mature enough to approach me about a decision that I made without involving her when it came to my husband's birthday party. Now, if she never would have brought this up, I never would have known that this was troubling her heart. Mm-hmm. But the fact that she was able to come to me, because I want to say it was my girl Toya's birthday, so we're out celebrating her.
We went out for her.
I'm only laughing because it's birthday, because that happened with me and her too.
It's
about birthday.
Exactly. And we can laugh about it.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. We can laugh about it. It's okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, because again, the heart is not, again, a malicious one. The intent is not to hurt anyone. And right. I'm so glad that the maturity is there, because my thing is, again, if you're not in a friendship where you can't honestly approach one another about something that is rubbing you the wrong way, because you never know, it could be a misunderstanding. You have to be able to be comfortable to talk with one another to find out what's going on, because if it is something deep, then again, the friendship can still work if you're willing to work for it. Or if it's a misunderstanding, it's like, wow, I was about to throw this friendship away over a misunderstanding. But if I never was honest enough, mature enough to approach my friend, who I say is my friend, and that's the thing. I'm like talking to the younger generation. I thought y'all were friends. Yeah, but well, if that's your friend, why are you not working for that relationship? Why are you not going to them, knowing their character? You know what I mean? If you know that they're not a malicious person, they're not one to stir the pot all the time, why not give them the benefit of the doubt? Why not extend that leaf to them to say, all right, everything's not going to be perfect all the time. People make mistakes. And because we know people make mistakes and no one's perfect, why are we not extending the grace that is needed for that? So again, all our listeners today, I got to let you know that in this journey, there have been bumps in the road, but we were mature enough to say, even if I call Toya and be like, Toya, this was bothering me. It's not one to say, well, get rid of Tanesha. No. Find out what's going on. Pray about it. You know what I mean? And if I went to Tanesha, hey, Tanesha, maybe something, Toya, this is that. I don't know. Whatever it is, if we call each other a sisterhood, we call each other friend, it should never be about outing someone else. It should always be about keeping the bond, maintaining it. Well, what can I do to help? Can we do a 3-way call? Do people even do that anymore? Maybe just FaceTime 3-way. I don't know. but our history has not come to anything like that. But if your friendships are, finding a rocky moment and things like that, don't be so quick to just throw it in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
Think about their character. Pray about it. See if, the Lord would tell you, is it seasonal? Has that time come to an end? And be at peace. Don't get mad. If their time has been served, be appreciative for the time, for the experience. Learn from it, grow from it, and go forward. And just be a blessing to someone else and serve your purpose in that next friendship or relationship. So with the lows, what would you tell Tanesha, everyone out there, with the lows? How do you get through? What's some encouragement for someone that's like, man, that's me right now. I'm going through with one of my best friends, whether it's been 6 months to 60 years of a friendship. What encouragement would you tell them on how to make it through the rocky times?
Never give up. Never give up on, again, if we're talking about a true friendship, because we all know the enemy will try to come in. And if that person is your ride or die, got your back no matter what, reach out to them. Find out exactly what's going on. Because like we said, it could be the littlest thing. You didn't call me back, or just anything like that. Like it's not always about being needy, but it's about reaching out to one another, encouraging one another, and just allowing, again, time may have to heal, because we all know time heals a wound. So, I mean, I just think that we just all gotta allow it to go through its course again, because again, if we talked about it before, if it's a true friendship, they will understand and know that it's not over. So again, just never give up on the friendship.
That's good. How about you, Toya?
Oh, what was the question?
How can you encourage? She over there receiving like, wait, what? How could you encourage someone who may feel that their friendship right now is going through some rocky times?
Yeah, I mean, communication is always the key, in my opinion. And I feel like I have to counsel Jaylee on this often. But I mean, thank God she has a relationship with God, right? So she's able to tap into, a supernatural power where that gives her patience, that gives her grace, that gives her the ability to be, I'll be like, Jaylee, sometimes you gotta be the bigger person, you know what I'm saying? If they didn't say, like, make the first step to say, hey, blah, 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 or it feels like something is wrong, like, I'm here, I would love to hear what's on your heart, you know what I'm saying? So, I think you have to communicate. If you're not even willing to communicate with someone you say is your friend, then like maybe that what you think is not really happening. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if it's a true friend, you would do that. You would at least attempt to do that, right? You would at least attempt to talk to them. Or else it's probably not what you thought it was.
Yeah. I like that you said that bigger person though, because that's in relationships, period. Like sometimes you be like ready to like, no, I'm not. He better come apologize. But sometimes you have to say, you know what? Enough is enough.
Joyce Meyer actually helped me with that, because she always says the better person will do the better thing. The better person will do the right thing first. So, I mean, and of course you're not like I'm a better person, but you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like an opportunity to be Christ-like. And I tried my best. I asked God to help me to see those, right? Help me to see the opportunity where I can be like Jesus. What would Jesus do? You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be like, I'm gonna wait. You know what I'm saying? He would go and he would serve and he would this, that, and the third. So it's really about putting your humility, your pride, not humility, but your pride to the side. And I mean, at least for me, with like just different recent deaths, that always puts things into perspective, right? Like time is so short. Time is so short. And anything can happen to anybody at any time. And I want the people that I love to have the best view of me when they go out. I mean, that sounds selfish, but you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
I don't want to be caught in that. So that helped me to try to put nip things in the bud even quicker.
Wow.
Kind of like, if I could just, say something real quick, Stacey. I just like how you talked about even like pride itself, because Pastor Darius talks about that. Right now we're in a beast mode series, and he just talked about honoring up. And it's not just honoring up. He's like talking about honoring up, honoring down, or honoring all around. And like, we have to understand, like, even when we see people out here on the street sometimes, you don't know their situation. You don't know their story. So you may think, oh, they just want to be homeless. That's not necessarily. And I had a situation at my job where one of my foster parents I work with, I kind of was like, we were butting heads. And I was like, we got to get through this breakthrough. I immediately, like, just recently was like, yo, I apologize if you thought I came off wrong. But I was like, and I felt like, you know what? That's all we needed to do. We needed to, like, we all about it, communicate.
Yeah.
I just felt like we have to respect one another, because, again, like you said, Toya, life is too short right now. We done seen it in 2020 and the beginning of 2021, the way this world is coming to. We all need to be humble, and we need to ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
And it's like, we got to move past it.
Yes. Come on, my friends. My friends. Isn't there a saying like, if you don't know someone, if you show me their friends, then we know who you are, something like that.
Yeah. Somebody said, rapper said that in a song. If I see your friends, then I have a good idea who you are.
Yeah. Know who you are.
Yeah. So that's another topic of, again, be careful who you surround yourself with, because believe me, your friends are an influence in your life. And Toya and Tanesha talking about how life is so short. You don't want to be around a crew that is making you waste your time. You don't want to be around a crew that's making you not value life itself, that's playing games and being evil for no reason, talking about people, gossiping and just hurting people.
All in Proverbs, sis.
Yeah. And that's not wisdom at all. So again, you want to make that dash that's, in between your sunrise and your sunset, make it count.
Make it count, yeah.
Yeah, because believe me, at your funeral, people do not hold back. They will be on that mic letting people know, well, this is the experience I had with this one in this car.
True.
You know what I mean? And it varies, because I've seen where people have had a relationship for many years with someone, but yet will learn even the more from other people about that person, because that just wasn't their experience.
Right.
So you can act like you're putting on different masks. Guess what? We're going to find out the whole picture at the funeral. Like, I didn't know they went into that.
Like you said, it's about being transparent. Like, this is who I am. I'm crazy Tanesha. Like Stacey said, I'm the troublemaker. That's who I was, Lord.
But Tanesha has always been a clown, and I so appreciate that. If ever you're down, if ever you need a laugh, oh my goodness, the gift of laughter is all saturated on her. And wisdom, and again, this is just different things. They both of these girls possess many things. But again, speaking with Toya, just the wisdom of experience of, you're more like, Toya, you remind me of my older brother. You sit back, you observe, and then you talk. I believe like me and Tanesha, we're more like, we gonna let you know. And then, wait a minute, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry, I should have thought about that. Whereas Toya is the opposite. She's the observer, and then it's like, well, why would you think that? And it's like, huh? She makes you slow down. She makes you rethink and analyze. And it's like, well, why would I think that? You're right. And she gives you different perspectives. And we need that. We need the differences in the crew. If you're around people who are just like you or trying to be like you, how are you going to grow? I have grown so much from just the differences in this relationship. I've been able to glean from the differences from these two ladies, and I'm so grateful and thankful. And then again, in our honesty and transparency of, again, is